Welcome back, everybody. So today we're doing a video on artificial intelligence. So today I'm going to be reacting to and doing some feedback as well to one of my favorite YouTube coaches. His name is Brian G. Johnson. So I've been following this guy for a few years now, maybe like 3 years on YouTube, since the days where he was Brian G. Johnson. So I've always wanted to make a video on Brian G. Johnson because he does provide a lot of great tips on how to actually grow your channel once you actually get out there. And I really like the shirt that he's wearing in the video. We'll get to it in a moment when we get to it. So in this video, he's actually talking about a topic that is actually very close to my heart, and that is YouTube's future with AI and what we're going to be dealing with as content creators and as well as viewers. So I'm not going to take up too much more of your time. I know you all came here to see Brian G. Johnson and also go and check out his channel as well. Like I said, great guy.
Massive changes are coming to YouTube that are going to impact you and me, whether you're a content creator or a viewer, or like me, both.
Yep,
and I'm afraid that some creators are going to get...
So I do like the shirt that he's wearing. You see a lot of content creators, they wear shirts or hats or whatever that say smash the like and subscribe buttons. But what does his shirt say? Smash the publish button. So this is actually a great shirt for actual content creators. This is motivation for the content creators. So when I saw that, I thought, you know what, that's actually really cool because I haven't really seen anybody wearing a shirt like that or a message like that on their merchandise. So it's, like I said, Brian's a great guy.
Hit hard, just like I was years ago when my channel was demonetized. A channel where I spent dozens of hours on a single video, scripting the video.
Yeah, his videos are great. Like if you watch his older videos,
really doing my best
tons
to
of production
create
value.
Something that matters, something of value, and yet that wasn't good enough. And again, it got caught up in the crossfire, and I was demonetized. This is a revenue source. At the time, for me, I was generating close to $2,000 a month with this channel just on ads alone.
Man, $2,000, bro. That for me, that is ideal. That is perfect. Like that's pretty much all I would need for my rent and majority of my bills, and be able to live comfortably without too extravagant. So that's very, very decent, very, very achievable once you start getting the subscribers and the good viewing time that YouTube likes.
Ooh, and because of that, I wanted to draw this to your attention today. Now, I want to say, I think and I believe that this will work out okay. Just like it did for me back in the day. The channel was demonetized and then reinstated days later. Thank goodness. And this update is really all focused on AI, and YouTube wants to balance out the ability that creators have to use these tools, AI tools, to tell better stories, to create more engaging videos, and just push the limits of what's possible. And I gotta tell you, there are some incredible videos being produced by high quality content creators. They're in the video. It's their voice in the video. They're telling these stories, but they're...
All right, so see, something like this, I'm not really against when content creators, like, they're actually in the video, they're still talking, they're still on camera, it's just that there's a filter over it. I don't really mind that. But what I do mind is when we get into the territory of content creators like Quibblecop, for example. We'll talk about that.
Using AI for images from Midjourney because it's faster and
all right, so what you're seeing here is the landing page of the gallery in Midjourney. So I am a Midjourney user. I've been using it for about a year, and I've made a video in the past telling artists why there's really nothing for them to worry about. Like, yes, these pictures do look realistic, they do look cool, but when you really stop and look at it, it is generic and unimaginative, generic as heck. Remember, they look cool, they look realistic, but they are very generic. If you're an artist, you know that how generic this stuff looks.
Frankly, the images are just more creative. You're not limited to just what's physically there. You can imagine something, create an image, and overall that really excites me. In fact, to the point where I'm incorporating it into my own video content, and that's the thing I want to talk about.
Yeah, absolutely nothing wrong with that.
A video I published probably 2 or 3 weeks ago featured maybe just a 10-second clip that was auto-generated, a voice clip using AI, and it just allowed me to create dialogue between two characters. Lisa, what are the current metrics?
I remember this video.
Not only are metrics up across the board,
excellent,
but our little experiment is generating some very exciting results.
That's really creative. To me, that's...
See, I really don't have any issues with things with things like this. You're using the AI for your own goals, for your own purpose, for your own brand, for your own image. I have zero interest, zero issue with anybody doing things like this with AI.
It's really exciting. Like, I've got a new green screen. I got stuff in the studio because I want to take advantage of this very thing. Just the other day, I created this cool image on Midjourney of Chuck Berry. Again, just allowing me to move forward. I've crafted thumbnails using different apps like Lensa.
Brian G. Johnson.
And again, my goal is not just to crank out low quality content. My goal is to
like
create something of value. What the problem I see could be is the fact that YouTube is going to implement some new things. Like if your video is quote unquote synthesized.
See, this is where my videos can become a bit more heated when I start talking about how people receive AI content, but we're going to get to that. But what he's going to say here is extremely valid and very, very worrisome for content creators that do use AI.
You're going to have to mark that in the upload process. Think of it like when a YouTuber has a brand deal. Well, they need to mark that in the video itself and say, hey, this is a sponsored video. And I think that's awesome. And you get this kind of warning across this.
But when you think about it at the same time, that does sound like self-censorship, because there are websites that if you're using AI stuff, like on DeviantArt, if you're posting something and you use AI to create the picture, they kind of force you to check a box that says, well, they don't force you. They recommend, if your picture was made with Midjourney, Stable Diffusion, whatever, they want you to check the box that says used AI. This image was AI generated. So that does become a little bit of self-censorship, because what that's going to do is a lot of people, especially a lot of people on these art sites, really are not fans of AI. So when you check that box, it limits your reach. So I'm very on the fence about that, because there are a lot of people who make generic looking garbage with the tools, and I understand why a lot of people don't want to see them, because there's really nothing special about them. But there are some people who can actually design some very, very creative things with their imagination, using their words to make a really cool, really creative picture. That's a collaboration between you and the application. That's why I say I design using Midjourney. Midjourney creates it. Midjourney is the artist. I am merely the designer of the picture.
Not even a warning. You just get a mention. Hey, this is sponsored content. Nothing wrong with that. And at the same time, YouTube has already put into place, guess what? It's ironic, AI tools that are checking channels for really kind of taking this to an extreme level. And I think the thing they don't want is mass produced, just let's crank out the videos. And because of that, I'm worried someone like me who just wants to tell a great story, share some important information, teach something,
exactly like me,
etc., they're going to get caught up in the crossfire.
So the huge problem is you have content creators like Beaucoups that really all he's going to do is put out a video, let's say of him playing Minecraft, and then he's going to upload his AI avatar, and he's going to upload his avatar, and it's going to, and he's done this. He's proven that he's capable of doing it, and his avatar, the AI avatar, is actually actively watching what is actually going on in the gameplay footage, and it is unbelievably, but it is reacting to what it's seeing on the screen. So if let's say it's he's the video that he's playing is a horror game, the avatar is going to act like it is actually scared. It's going to be in an unbelievable state, and I don't mean unbelievable like unbelievably realistic. I mean unbelievably unrealistic, very uncanny valley. If you've watched any of the Beaucoups, I'm not going to show any of his videos. I don't want to give him any airtime on my channel. I'm against that kind of AI stuff. Is the kind of AI generated stuff that I am against. But go back to Brian G. Johnson.
Information was just released days ago on the official YouTube blog. And furthermore, YouTube is also going to put into place a system where anybody can flag a video if it's based on a deep fake. Because what YouTube doesn't want is a bunch of videos that are deep fakes of famous people, because you could really start to blur the lines. You could create a fake advertisement.
Honestly, I never dabbled with deep fakes. I have zero interest in deep fakes. I find they look very stupid. Like, so over here we have the Abominator with, they tried to deep fake him with Morgan Freeman in the Green Mile. Not Green Mile, Shawshank Redemption. See, the face, you can tell it's Barry. You know it's Barry. Or as you probably know him, President Barry. So you can tell the face is Barry, but the other parts, it does not take the shape of President Barry's head. It just uses the face posted onto the head of God, Morgan Freeman. I love Morgan Freeman. Yeah, so this is why I'm really not a fan of deepfakes. They do look stupid, and I'm just not really interested in doing any deep faking kind of stuff. But I do understand the fear of deep fake, because some people, they can't tell the difference between the deep fake and this. As unbelievable as that sounds, there are actually a lot of people that cannot tell the difference between this crap and the real picture. And then you also have the deep fake sex videos, right? That's another thing where you can understand why somebody would freak out if somebody found a deep fake of them engaging with somebody else that they've never engaged with. And doesn't even have to be in a sexual manner. It could just be in a regular manner, because it is unsettling to you. You're like, wait a second, I never did this. Why is there a video of me doing this? So that's, again, another reason why I'm not really a fan of deepfakes. But if you like deepfakes, you do you.
Lines. You could create a fake
Just don't try to ruin somebody's name with it.
Cruise, who never appeared in
That's
the
the
video
danger
in the first place. And again, I've thought of so many fun ways, like make a video talking about, I wish I could go back in time when I was 10 years younger and I looked better, you know, and I could actually do that.
I feel that. I feel that.
Which would be pretty cool and creative.
But we all get there.
And that
we all get
article
there.
on the official YouTube blog,
one way or another, we all get
our
there.
approach to responsible AI and innovation. And for me, I think that's really the thing. This isn't all bad, and it has to happen. I just hope that creators don't get stuck in the middle. And at the end of the day, I'm curious, what do you think? Are you using AI? I'm super excited to move forward and start incorporating these things more and more into my videos. But right now, I'm just focused on moving forward. More on that later. What are your thoughts? Check out this video on the screen now. Do that, and when
I'll let it promote
not only will you
another
get
video.
some fun,
Is it going to show another
video content about YouTube, but you'll feed.
I guess that's only on the app.
You bet. I got 2 poodles, and they're hungry. You dig? Matt.
All right. So that is Brian G. Johnson talking about his concerns about the AI and YouTube going forward. So like I said, I am a user of Midjourney, and I've been using it for about a year now. So this is my DeviantArt account. It's the Cosmic Blessed with eyes. So this is where I usually come and put the things that I've designed in Midjourney. So this is pretty much going to cover the portion of Brian G. Johnson. So going forward, I'm going to be discussing my views on Midjourney and why, again, I don't think there's any fear for artists, real artists, going forward, at least not for the time being. And also I'm going to talk about how AI is being received. So again, thank you very much, Brian G. Johnson, and really, Brian G. Johnson, thank you very much for all your service, and I appreciate you giving me the permission to react and talk about your video on my channel. Very much appreciated. Again, guys, go check his channel, watch a few of his videos, subscribe, take some tips from the dude. Like I said, he's got the GigaVega seal of approval. All right, so like I said, I've been using Midjourney for about a year now, and I've been uploading onto my account for about 6 months. My content has been very much well received. I have thousands and thousands upon of likes on my pictures. My profile, I am transparent. I make it known, I make it clear that I do AI designs on my channel or on my account, and it has, for the most part, it actually has been very well received, believe it or not. But there's also a lot of people that hate AI art. So this is one of my more recent ones that are popular. This one has 18 likes, this one has 11. These ones didn't really do as well as I expected them to do. The first one did the best. See, this one has 37, 23. People enjoy what I like. I have over 600 followers in less than a year. So I'm very, very proud of that. So if you guys look at what I'm creating, designing, it's very much different than the stuff that you're going to see in Midjourney. And why is that? Because I am an actual artist. I've shown you guys my video where I attempted to draw, and also explained to you guys why I stopped drawing and moved on to Midjourney, because I'm not capable of drawing on the left side of the images. I can only do the right for some reason, and that's something that happened over the past 3 to 5 years, I'm gonna say. So I understand the composition of images, I understand symbology, I understand how colors work, I understand how poses represent certain things and things like that. And I understand the feeling of a piece. So when I design something, I'm not going to tell you guys how I do it. It always ends up looking something cool and unique. And right now I'm focusing a lot on cosmic horror and Lovecraftian stuff. Even when I do like Christmas themes, I still focus a bit on cosmic horror, but nothing so horrific that it's going to actually scare you. It's just unsettling. So we have Nyarlathotep. We have my story based on the plant, the seed from outer space. So if a real artist uses Midjourney, they can come up with very, very creative things. And as you see, I try not using the more recent versions of Midjourney because it makes everything look more realistic, and I don't really like that look. I prefer the older look. These ones were created with version 3, and this is a much older model. Right now we are version 5.2, and they're about to release version 6. So there are also a lot of people that not only do they dislike AI, especially AI art, they absolutely hate it. And they're so opinionated and so open about how much they hate it. Like, I usually delete, if somebody says they don't like my stuff, it looks like AI, I don't care, I don't usually touch that comment. But you do get a lot of comments that will literally try to insult you. Like, it's very toxic. It's very toxic. And then you go to their accounts, and I hate to say this, but they're really not talented people. For the majority of the time, they're really not talented people. The majority of the people that I've heard complaining about art are very untalented people. And unfortunately on DeviantArt, it's a lot of furry accounts that will absolutely tear you apart. But I try to be as creative as possible with my prompts. So here we have Cthulhu stalking a pumpkin patch. Here we have what I call synthetic lovers, or that was whatever. Then we have the cosmic horror horse from Mars. Then we have another Cthulhu-inspired one. Then we have my what if Lovecraft wrote cosmic horror love novels. So we are in a very, very strange time where it doesn't really matter what you do. There's always going to be a group of people that are going to try and destroy your life because they are unhappy people and they feel they've been empowered to be as toxic as possible because social media is this volatile right now, and it's really, really disgusting. So a lot of these pieces, I put them up on my Redbubble store. I haven't updated it in a little while, and I have actually sold a good dozen of these designs. So if there's anything that you guys see on my website that you are interested in, let me know. If you guys want to make it into a poster, I'll transfer it over to the Redbubble store, and you guys can have something from me. And if you guys buy something from the store, what I want to do is you can take a picture of it or a short video to show me if this is what I got from your store, and I'll do a video. I want to do a video like at the end of every month, or hopefully at the end of every month if people do purchase stuff, and I'll do shout outs to the people who support me in that manner, because everything you see here, these are all things that have come from my imagination. So the reason why you're going to see things with copyright on them, my logo, is because people started taking my things and claiming it as their own. So now I have to use the DeviantArt watermark for my account to prevent people from stealing my work. So I get comments every once in a while asking me, how is it that I make these things? Because you don't see things like this on any of the sites. And my account, the reason why they ask me these things is because they can't just go onto my account and check out what I make. My account is private, so nobody sees anything that I upload, that I design, until I upload to my DeviantArt account. So in Midjourney, my account is private, so nobody could see my prompts, so nobody could cut and paste and replicate what I have designed. And even if they do copy paste it, I'm gonna always come up with much more interesting things. Like, look at this. These are zombies that are made out of candy. You don't know what the prompt is to make them look the way they do, but I also incorporate actions into my prompt, which most people don't actually do. And that's the only tip that I'm ever going to divulge from my recipe, which has quite a few steps. So look, regarding the threat of AI. So if you're an individual and you make content, or you sell your things like I do on Redbubble or Amazon or Print Tea and whatever, Teespring, I have absolutely no problem with that. I do hate how saturated the market has become, but more people now don't actually purchase the AI stuff because it all looks the same, and like I said, it looks generic because they're not actual artists, they're just trying to profit. Whereas every one of my pieces is a little short story. And storytelling is an art, right? You're not going to tell me that a graphic novelist is not an artist. Words are art. This is just the physical representation of a story. In my case, that is. So where I have a problem is, let's say you are a business owner and you employ artists and you want to start making cutbacks because you want to make more money and pay less to the artists that you are employing. So you start employing people that use AI, or you start yourself generating work on AI. At that point, you are actually costing people their jobs and their money, and on that stuff, I am against. So the movie The Flash, I am dead set that this movie, there is no CGI or very little CGI. This movie was rendered with AI art. So you guys have seen some of my AI. I did a video where, well, in the Flash movie review that I did, I showed AI video. And that's exactly what the Flash's action scenes, the CGI scenes, actually look like. So in movies, I don't want to freaking see it. Unless it's an indie movie, a movie that's made by you, fine, no problem. But if you are Disney, if you are freaking Warner, if you're a freaking millionaire that used studios and now you are using this so you can save money, that I'm completely not for. ChatGPT, like, all right, so look, the other thing with ChatGPT, as unimaginative as you might think that these people are, it gets even worse. Some of these people are so unimaginative that they actually use ChatGPT to create their prompts for them. They'll type in something in GPT, funny picture of a clown, and it's going to generate a prompt that's going to give you a good image result, but it's going to look generic, generic as hell. So again, most people that use these AI tools, they're not creative people. They're not imaginative people. They're not a threat. The good services are expensive. And trust me, there's thousands of people that unsubscribe on a monthly basis from Midjourney because it is expensive, especially when you go into the higher tiers. So I'm very much against the corporate use of AI products, unless, again, it's your own thing and you're your own organization employing yourself, or you're employing other AI, other people that use AI products. That's a different story. But if you start replacing people with AI, F you, that is not freaking cool. You are actually taking away from people. So I don't like the idea of YouTube implementing a feature where you can flag things as AI and have YouTube take it down if it's abusive of AI. If you don't like a video, like, because that does cultivate toxic behavior, and we know how much people love toxicity today. Boggles the mind, but people love being violently angry, so angry that they can affect somebody's livelihood. Those are evil people in my mind. So I don't like the fact that YouTube is implementing a feature like this, but at least it gets reviewed. Like, my honest, like, I'll never, as far as I can remember, I'll never go onto somebody's YouTube video that I didn't like their content and make fun of them. No, actually, no, sorry, I've never done that. I've never gone onto somebody's video and made fun of them for the content that they've made because I disagree with something that they have said. I might do that on a corporation's or a business's YouTube channel. That's a different story, but I don't do that to individuals. And I'm going to talk about something like this on a future video for Young Yeah voice acting in the Yakuza game. Bro, people are crazy. People lost their minds on that. But that's another video altogether. So I'll make fun of things in comments on videos where they're talking about the thing that I'm talking about. So if you don't like something, either stop watching it and move on with your day. Or better yet, ignore that video. If you see the title, if you see the picture, and you know it's not for you, freaking ignore it and move on with your day. Don't give the video a negative survey. You can give it a thumbs down. That actually doesn't negatively impact a video, believe it or not. Likes and dislikes are equal value, and one does not negatively affect. A thumbs down will not negatively affect your video's reach. YouTube will continue suggesting your video, even if it has like 10,000 dislikes and 4 likes. It's engagement. People are watching it. As long as you don't take that video down, YouTube will keep on pushing it out, because it sees it's driving engagement for you and generating income if you are monetized. So that's some of my take on AI. I will be making more AI videos. I did a video, The Strange Beauty of Cosmic Core Goddesses. It has a lot of watch hours on it, like a good 40 hours of watch hours on it, and a bit over 400 views. But there's not a lot of interaction. I know why there's not a lot of interaction with it. People know it's AI. A lot of people dislike the fact that it's AI, but they are intrigued by it because it is something that is unique. It's something that looks interesting, and it doesn't look generic like anybody can come up with it. These over here are the most generic pieces on my site, and I'm contemplating taking them out. Not these ones. These ones are cool. These are, people do like them, but these ones, even though they are well received, I personally don't like them because they're not creative. They're just generic. And I uploaded them to see what kind of interest they would generate, and then I stopped. But everything else, I upload because I like them. So then I uploaded a Sesame Street video that is crossed with Silent Hill. And that one is absolutely not getting suggested. It's absolutely not getting suggested. As it stands right now, it's had 325 impressions for an average view duration of 5 minutes, and the video is 8 minutes long. That's a great watch duration, so I don't really understand why YouTube is not pushing it. But at least it's still suggesting the other AI video. So I'm not going to stop making those videos. I enjoy them. They take me a good 3 to 4 hours because as you guys have seen, I animate the videos. They're not just static pictures. I animate the videos. I add some effects to it. I add music to it. So I put a lot of work into my AI designed pictures. It's not just generate a picture, upload it, and make it into videos. I work on my videos. I'm not a lazy content creator. So I hope you guys enjoyed my video. If you did, please drop a like and subscribe if you want to tell me something. Give me your views on why you like AI, why you don't like AI, what direction do you fear us going towards with AI. Tell me if you guys have checked out Brian J. Johnson. And as always, come back for more videos if you subscribe. Even if you don't subscribe and you enjoy this video, you're more than welcome to come back for more videos. So I appreciate you guys giving me a few minutes of your time today. Come back for more videos. And I'll catch you guys next time. This is not an earring. This is my lavalier mic. So I appreciate you guys. Come back for more. GigaVega out. All right. Later.